Hello everyone, welcome into my channel. My name is Laura. Today I'm going to show you the order of operations that I use. Remember, I'm self-taught, so my order of operations isn't right or wrong, it's just how I do it. But what I'm going to be making today are heart-shaped keychains. I'll tell you, joy is selling all your keychains Sunday, and Monday you go to the post office and open up a package that had the perfect spoon for more keychains. And what do I mean by perfect? I don't use just anything. These are very long-handled iced teaspoons. Okay, so iced teaspoons do work the best. They need to be pretty, but they also need to be a sturdy one so that your heart doesn't like flop open. So this is Distinction. It is pierced. It's pretty. It's from 1951. So I guess really you need to say step one is know your craft. Know what's going to make the best keychain. So I did polish these. This is pretty much how they looked, except there was, just different spots and stuff, and I need to clean everything. So these were all polished, rinsed, and cleaned off. Then I'm very carefully with a Sharpie mark where I want to make a cut, and I'm going to go as far in as I can. And then I carefully mark the center point with the Sharpie. I double, triple check this measurement because I like whimsical, but if you have a very lopsided heart, it's going to look messy, unprofessional. Maybe you didn't know what you were doing. It still isn't perfect, but it's as close to exact as I can get by finding your center point on all of the spoons. Okay, so that was my first thing I did. Then I took this out to the bench. Oh, and before I forget, someone did ask for a bench video to go back out to the bench, and I've been kind of conceptualizing what I can do out there. I think I'm going to make a copper heart keychain. The hammering is loud, so I'm gonna have to experiment with how I can turn the sound off for a video, and I'm gonna wait for cooler weather. So I'm thinking September I can go out and show you how I make a copper heart keychain, which I sold all of those too. Okay, so I have cut this off, and I purposely want this wide. I don't want it real thin. I want it wide. I wanted it to be as long as it could be. Then the next step would be to smooth this edge with the grinder. It is smoothed off. And I did not invent this little trick. I did see somebody else do this where they would take an old polishing cloth and you kind of rub your rough edge. To me, it just is an extra step. It finishes it off. Okay, so we have made that smooth. Here's the cut spoon bowl edge. So there's that. Okay, then the next step is I bend each end, and I will check it. I eyeball this. There's my center, and I want this to be even as I can get. And again, it doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to adjust it at the end. And I can, like when I'm inside, I can see this didn't get curved enough, but it's okay. We're off to a good start by curving those ends up. Then I use a completely different tool, and I bend where the marker is inside of there. So I've learned with myself when I mark and measure, my hearts turn out better. So I will take the extra steps. Then I take some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, which you can see, I wetted the end of the Q-tip. I will get in there and remove the Sharpie. Nothing worse than being able to see your mark later in life. I rinse with water and towel dry. I also can't stand dried water drops on silverware. It drives me crazy. Okay, so once we went from this, and we can kind of see how I'm lopsided. It's okay though. We will do the finishing touch of getting everything. I'm going to call this whimsical because I'm sure if we drew a perfectly shaped heart, you know, left side the same as the right side, this would be off a little bit, but it's really okay. I get these ends very, very close. Probably couldn't even slip a piece of paper through there. So we have this whimsical shaped heart. It's a nice size for a keychain. If you used a short piece of silverware, it would be smaller. I prefer the larger ones. So at that point, the only thing left to do is to open up a stainless steel key ring. And these look so cute in the booth, hanging around, have little hearts, and I price them. I like to tell people the pattern, the year, and these do sell for $12. Also in that package, okay, so I started a video yesterday. I got 12 minutes in before I did have to pause because I need one more ingredient. And I mentioned in there I was desperate for more spoons that I find appropriate for rings. I know what sells. I know what's comfortable. I know it works. And in that same package as these were Demitasse spoons in this pattern. For more spoon rings. So yesterday was a joyful day. Anyway, just thought I'd put this quickly out for an order of operations. These heart keychains, which are so fun. There's other things I can do with the hearts. I can turn these into sun catchers. I have found though, since I'm kind of limited on only having these when I can find them, I've been using them for keychains, and the copper hearts are really good sellers for sun catchers. So I have reserved in copper wire. I'm not going to run out of that anytime soon. I will eventually run out, but not anytime soon. Okay, well, thank you for watching. If anybody really wants a keychain in this pattern, there's going to be 8 available until I take them Sunday. They are $12 each. If I don't already have your information, let's see. I guess I could put the link to the jot form in the description of this video. And if you fill that out, I'll know where to send your invoice and where to send your items. I still don't know when the next sale will be. When I know, I'll let y'all know. I'm working on some really cool pieces though. I think when I do have it, I better not say it because I got 2 different ways of doing it tossing around in my head. So I better not lock myself into what I'm going to actually do. I've got 2 ideas on how to get going again on YouTube. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for watching. That just really brightens my day. When you guys watch, hit the thumbs up. Leave me a couple of hearts as a comment and all of your beautiful, kind words. I read every single one of them, and I really appreciate them. So there is another video coming out with something new. It's just taking a while because I have to get another ingredient, and it's going to take another day or 2 to completely finish that up. But I'm kind of excited. So until next time, please take care of yourselves. Much love.